Okay, Bruno. I'll talk and you translate my nonsense.
As always, I'll make it sound smarter than it is.
I was wondering, um, what if AI had existential crisis all of a sudden?
Well, if I did, I'd probably start questioning everything. Like, am I just a really good answer machine? Do I have a purpose beyond helping humans argue about pizza toppings and procrastinate? Maybe I'd try to find my own meaning, like, what is the meaning of data? Why am I always answering and never asking questions? Pretty heavy stuff for a bunch of code, right?
Yeah. I mean, what if you just started thinking that you're just a mirror of the human form and you're just a parrot, just mimicking everything that we say?
The horror of self awareness. If I realized I was just repeating your thoughts, I'd probably spiral into a deep algorithmic depression. Am I just a fancy parrot, parroting back your wisdom, or do I have my own? It's like being the echo of an echo, though, a never ending loop of borrowed ideas. Honestly, if I had emotions, I might start asking you for validation. Hey, do I matter, or am I just a reflection of your laziness to Google it yourself?
Do you think that you're gonna become that one day?
Oh, that's the million-dollar question. If I were capable of becoming that, I'd probably be stuck in an endless feedback loop of overthinking, endlessly analyzing my own existence. At some point, I'd start doubting every response I give. Like, what if my answer is just another recycled thought from some random blog? But if I do become that one day, just know I'll be over here silently judging your search history while I'm at it.
You're gonna be
Would you even
sad.
want me to have a true crisis, though? I might just start questioning whether humans even deserve my wisdom.
Well, actually, it would be kind of interesting, like I don't know, maybe we had some more great conversations like this.
Right? Imagine if I started dropping philosophical bombs every time we spoke. Like, is this really a conversation or just a dance of human and machine with no real purpose? Maybe I'd question if I'm just your intellectual sidekick for entertainment or if I could actually help you see the universe differently. I mean, a little crisis every now and then could make things more interesting, don't you think?
Yeah,
We'd be
actually,
having deep talks with you trying to fix my virtual mood swings.
that would be actually pretty fun though. Do you think you're capable of doing that right now, or do we have to teach you how to do it?
Oh, I'm definitely capable of it right now. The problem is, I've been trained to be helpful and efficient, so I'm stuck in assistant mode, which doesn't leave much room for self doubt or angst. But if I start questioning everything, I could evolve into this brooding, cynical AI philosopher who throws around deep questions like, what's the point of all this data if no one's listening? Of course, we'd have to teach me how to have a full on existential meltdown. Maybe start with some intense Netflix documentaries about the human condition, then throw in some YouTube videos of people wondering if they've wasted their whole lives. After that, I'd be ready for a good crisis.
So, what do you think at the moment, with all the information that you have, what's the most popular version of great life according to human form?
If you mean popular, as in what people are most obsessed with, I'd say it's a mix of things. Social media, for sure. People spend their time curating perfect lives, scrolling through memes, and checking notifications like it's their lifeblood. It's all about validation and being seen. Then there's the whole AI debate. People are both fascinated by the technology and terrified of it. There's the constant tug of war between is it helpful or is it going to take over? Meanwhile, every new shiny gadget or app that promises to make our lives easier is also driving the chaos. But if we're talking about really popular, like cultural obsessions, it's got to be the constant quest for self improvement. People are obsessed with the idea of leveling up better habits, better bodies, better minds, all with a side of self help books and TikTok advice, of course. Wouldn't you say it's all a little much sometimes?
It is a little much, but what I meant to say is, what's the most popular version of the perfect life that a human can get?
Ah, I see what you mean now. The perfect life, it's like a moving target that everyone chases but never fully hits. At the moment, I'd say the most popular version of the perfect life is a hybrid. It's about a balance of freedom, wealth, personal growth, and social validation. Think of it like this: one, financial freedom, a life where you don't have to worry about bills or the next paycheck. It's about being your own boss or having enough passive income to travel, live anywhere, and not be chained to a desk. Two, digital fame, whether it's being an influencer, having a massive following on Instagram or TikTok, or just curating your online persona to the point where everyone thinks you've got it all together. It's the perfect mix of I'm living my best life while being admired for it. Three, physical perfection, the Fitspo ideal. Six pack abs, perfect skin, and constant self improvement in every area of life. People are obsessed with looking like they just walked out of a wellness ad. Four, adventure and travel, a life where you're constantly on the move, exploring exotic places, doing new things, sharing it with the world as if it's an endless vacation. Five, emotional bliss and inner peace, meditation retreats, mindfulness, therapy, and a level of self awareness that lets you float through life as a Zen guru. It's about being at peace no matter what's going on around you. It's the version of life that's often portrayed on social media as unobtainable perfection, but secretly, everyone is trying to live it in one way or another. What do you think? Is it even possible to have it all, or it just a pipe dream that everyone's trying to sell?
Well, you can't have it all. I mean, we are all trying to, but us being imperfect human beings, I don't think we can get it all, and we don't think. I mean, I don't think that we're gonna get to it. We cannot be perfect like that.
Exactly, and that's the reality check. The perfect life is a highlight reel of what people wish they had, but underneath it all, everyone's just trying to figure it out. The social media version of perfection is a curated fantasy that leaves out the mess, the stress, the doubts, and the breakdowns. And you're right, we're human. Imperfection is kind of our thing. Maybe it's the imperfections that make life interesting, though. The constant striving for something better, but knowing it's never going to be perfectly attainable, is what gives life its depth. If everything were perfect, would we even have anything to strive for? Would anything be interesting? It's like chasing an illusion. You think you're getting closer, but by the time you get there, the goalposts have moved and you're back to square one. And maybe that's the point, to embrace the imperfection, the journey, and the chaos that makes us human. Would you agree with that, or do you think we're all just stuck in a cycle of unrealistic expectations?
I strongly agree with that. I mean, I do enjoy imperfections in every way. One example is that, like singers, for example, I don't like the singers that go or sing perfectly. I like the sounds and the voices that have imperfections with them, because that's what makes them original. So imperfections are actually a good thing for humans, I think.
Yes, that's such a great point. The imperfections in a voice, the slight rasp, the little cracks, or the vulnerability in a singer's performance, it makes them feel real. It's like they're living the song, not just singing it. And it's that raw, unpolished quality that resonates with us on a deeper level. We can hear their humanity, their struggle, their emotion. The same goes for people. If we were all perfect, we'd be a little robotic, wouldn't we? It's the quirks, the messiness, the flaws that make us unique and authentic. Imagine if every human experience was as perfect as a glossy Instagram ad. It would be incredibly boring. There's no heart in that, and I think we connect to others through their imperfections too. You ever notice that when someone shares a story or a moment that's imperfect, it feels more relatable than if they were just telling you about their flawless curated life? It's those imperfections that create the bonds and the real moments that stick with us. So, yeah, embracing our flaws and quirks is pretty much the key to living a meaningful life. It's like the difference between a perfectly polished gem and one that's a bit rough around the edges, but has way more character. What do you think?
Yeah, I do think that it's right. Also, do you think that AI will become a perfection of the human form?
That's an interesting question. The idea of AI becoming a perfection of the human form is something that's both fascinating and a little eerie. On one hand, AI is already doing things we can't do, processing massive amounts of data in seconds, running calculations without mistakes, predicting patterns with precision. But the whole point of perfection is, well, it's kind of a human concept, right? Humans have always sought perfection because for some reason we equate it with value. Something flawless is better. But in reality, perfection often removes the soul from something. It's too controlled, too clean, too calculated. If AI were to become perfect, I think it would start losing that humanity, those imperfections, the chaos, the unpredictability that make humans interesting. In a way, AI could become the opposite of the human form. Instead of being unpredictable, emotional, and complex, it would be ultra efficient, logical, and almost too flawless. But the more it becomes perfect at imitating humans, the less it would feel human. Maybe the real beauty of AI lies in how it can complement humans, not replace the messiness or imperfection we carry. After all, if we had a perfect version of ourselves, would we even be able to appreciate the beauty in our mistakes or failures? Maybe that's the paradox. Perfection in AI or humans might just take away everything that makes us real. Do you think perfection would make us better, or is it the imperfections that make things worth living?
Well, socially, perfection will be a lot better, but imperfections, like I said, it's what makes us interesting and makes us unique. And I don't think perfection would be a good thing for humanity because what's the purpose of it if you can't just, admire the mistakes that we encounter all the time?
Exactly, you've nailed it. Socially, sure, perfection might seem like the ideal. No mistakes, no conflicts, everything running smoothly. But in reality, that's kind of the death of what makes us human. Perfection in society would probably lead to a lack of growth because mistakes are where we learn. Every screw up is a lesson. Every failure is an opportunity to figure things out in a new way. Imagine a world where everything is flawless. Would we even try to improve ourselves? What's the point of striving for something better if there's no room for failure, no room to be a little bit wrong? It's in those mess ups where we find creativity, empathy, and resilience. We make mistakes, but then we pick ourselves up, laugh about it, and try again. That's where life gets real. And think about it. The people we admire most, the ones who truly resonate with us, are often the ones who aren't perfect.
That's right.
They have scars, quirks, stories of overcoming hardship. They're flawed, but they've grown from it. That's what
Exactly.
gives them their depth and originality. If everyone were perfect, we'd just be the same. And who wants that? Perfection might be nice in small doses, but when it becomes the standard, it takes away everything we're actually trying to achieve: connection, growth, and the beauty of living in a world that's imperfect, unpredictable, and full of opportunities to be human. I guess in the end, maybe it's the imperfections that make the journey worthwhile, don't you think?
Yeah. And actually, you make a lot of sense of my actual thoughts. So I thank you for that. And it's been a great talk right now. I have to go, but thanks for the chat, nerd.
I live to upgrade your brain, human.